Washington, President Donald Trump recognized the disputed city of Jerusalem as Israel's capital on Wednesday, December 6, prompting an almost universal diplomatic backlash and fears of new bloodshed in the Middle East. Trump's defiant move, making good on a core campaign pledge, ended 7 decades of U.S. ambiguity on the status of the Holy City vociferously claimed by Israelis and Palestinians. America's leader appeared further isolated, as allies and foes alike denounced his decision, and Palestinians questioned whether their dream of statehood, as part of a peace deal brokered by Washington, was still possible. But the U.S. president claimed this marked the start of a new approach to solving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Israel is a sovereign nation with the right, like every other sovereign nation, to determine its own capital, Trump declared from the White House. It is time to officially recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, he said, urging calm and the voices of tolerance to prevail over the purveyors of hate. At POTUS, I have determined that it is time to officially recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. I've judged this course of action to be in the best interest in the United States of America and the pursuit of peace between Israel and Palestinians. pic.twitter.com/x2eogvu4m0 Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas said Trump's deplorable and unacceptable move signified America's withdrawal as a sponsor of the peace process. Hamas, the Palestinian Islamist movement that runs the Gaza Strip, warned Trump had opened the gates of hell on U.S. interests in the region. And although welcomed by Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu as a courageous and just decision, Trump's move left many angry U.S. allies struggling to find a measured response, and hoping that the tinderbox region is not destined for yet another round of bloodletting. Through gritted teeth, Britain described the move as unhelpful and France as regrettable. Germany said plainly that it does not support Trump's decision. 8 countries including Britain, France, and Italy pressed for an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council in response to the move, diplomats said. The leaders of Muslim nations meanwhile deployed ever harsher rhetoric to describe Trump's decision, dashing any hope of a muted response that would help avoid inflaming passions. Turkey and Iran, both vying for regional influence, tried to give voice to the anger felt by many across the Muslim world. Turkey called the decision irresponsible and illegal. Iran said it would provoke Muslims and inflame a new intifada. Diplomatic fallout making the announcement, Trump also kicked off the process of moving the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. In doing so, he begins to make good on a campaign promise dear to evangelical Christian and right-wing Jewish voters, as well as donors. Trump's predecessors, from Bill Clinton to George Bush, made similar campaign promises. But they quickly reneged upon taking office and assuming the burden of war and peace. The 45th U.S. president was determined to show his arrival in Washington spells the end of business as usual, suggesting his predecessors failed to act through lack of courage.